Guess who's back? Yes, even though he basically never left, he's back.
Yeah. Of course, we were talking about Cassper Nyovest's new single that he dropped
Yeah.
last week Friday with the
18th
18th
July.
of
Yeah.
July Mandela Day.
Yeah.
He dropped unexpected. He didn't really promote it that much. I don't
Not
know.
much.
So it was quite
Only the spelling mistake. I think that was a marketing play.
Yeah, that was a bit, because it was like, guess who's
Who's
back?
back? Yeah.
Who's? And it's just like, oh, and it's just like the whole metric. Anyways, I think we were quite surprised when we saw it, and it kind of got lost in the shuffle because the same day that it dropped was the same day that Kabza Small dropped his highly anticipated third album.
Yeah.
So it kind of got lost in the weed. Also, Umlindo, but
I know we'll revisit.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But we just wanted to take a minute just to kind of just break down or basically just our thoughts on the song because we also brushed it off and then we actually just said no, let's just sit down and listen to it and
yeah, caught us by surprise. Let me know you like. I know you were here. I don't know if you listened to the song before.
I didn't. I hadn't.
Same. So just let me know like your first thoughts, your first reaction.
First thoughts, I'm just like, yo, my man is in his bag.
Yeah.
He's in his penman bag. He's tired. He's had his full banji. There was a fire in his belly, and he just felt like, I'm just gonna flex. I'm just gonna show my versatility. Because we know Cassper's been doing this fast rap. He's been doing it since Gusheshe. Like we know that he is able to get into his bag of just like purely just being a penmanship because he has different pockets that he jumps into. So when you hear it, it's just like, okay. And that time we're listening to it while looking at Genius. Yeah. So we're just kind of like looking at the lyrics and he's just going into these things and he's just stamping himself, flexing, double entendres, one entendres, triple entendre, like, stretching money like a Mr. Fantastic. Like, what do you mean? Like,
is this Cassper?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, because I think we had been so used to, him being just more of like the, viral hit maker. Yeah. Which is fine, he's also said he's fine where he is because he's comfortable with that. But I think for me, I was just as a student of the game who genuinely appreciates when a rapper just goes in and I'm able to ingest that. I appreciated it so much and it was so fun. First half was the only thing I can say is just the hook was very weak. It was a bit repetitive. Yeah. As they say, a bit monotonous. Like, it's just, guess who's back? I think maybe that's just kind of like the catchy aspect that he wants to grab onto because we know he can make a good hook. So that's the only thing I can say. But what about for you?
I think what struck me first was the production, bro. Honestly, because I think
was also
sort of a drill beat. Drill beat, Kaiser beats.
He's been doing a lot of drill. Like we've seen him he's been dabbling in drill since Ahmad Dimoni, so it's not his first crack at this type of
So like when I got first listen of that production, I was like, this is something that Cassper is like comfortable in.
Yeah,
as you mentioned, Ahmad Dimoni. But I wasn't expecting him to go this hard. I mean, he was able to flow on this. He was able to get whatever he wanted to say off his chest. Then I just want us to go right into the artist performance from here. I'd say it felt vicious, it felt energetic, it felt like he wanted to rap.
It was sharp, it was very just crisp. I get you.
He was giving me like 2014, 2015 Cassper vibes, which he touched on in the second verse of the song, which he touched on in the content. But in terms of his artist performance, I felt like it was crisp. It was almost different. In a way, even though we're used to Cassper rapping like this, it felt different because it has been such a long time before he gave us this performance, bro. I don't know about you.
No, same. I agree with you. That's why it struck me so much, and it got our attention so because we just didn't expect it to. We were thinking maybe it's gonna be a nice song, few funny hooks here or there, a catchy hook, and then the beat at least we'll just ride it out. So we were kind of just surprised. We were just hearing like verse after verse of it. It's just like a word a minute, boom, 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 spit a bit, and just like, oh, okay. I don't know if this is what we're just kind of like. If anything else afterwards is gonna be like his maybe because sometimes you can say, oh, is this he's jumping back into his pen bag where it was just like a moment. It's like no, I just felt like doing this. Because at this point we know Cassper's need to release music is not as prevalent as it was like 10 years ago.
No,
he doesn't need to release music. because he doesn't feel like he does it because he wants to. So he felt inspired, and you could tell for sure. So I'd say artist performance. I mean, I'm gonna give it a 9. I won't give it a perfect just because I just thought the hook was just really boring.
I think the hook wasn't much the focus of the song. I don't think that was the.
But that's the name of the song. You can't say that. It's the name of the Guess Who's Back. I mean, like that's literally the name. Like how that's the part that out of anything that you hear, that's the one part that you can be able to hook.
I think that's what he was looking at. Like, guess who's back, baby?
It didn't work. That's all. It didn't work. I just feel like it didn't work, man. You know.
Yeah, it didn't land well. That's why I think
it's giving. Put your hands up.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Trying to bite on something. That didn't work. But I feel like here, it did what it needed to do.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
It was okay, I guess. Artist performance, my side, I think it was great. 8 out of 10 for me.
8 out of 10 for you.
And there's no feature, so we're just gonna jump straight into the content.
Yeah.
And obviously, bro, it's Cassper Nyovest. He is gonna flex on us. He's always
Obviously, I think now what I can say, I've always appreciated the fact that when he decided, when he publicly just decided to, reclaim, himself, in terms of his religious thing, and you're just like, okay, power to you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how this affects, because Kanye did that a couple of years ago. We got Jesus
even dropped the God with gospel.
So just we don't know, and I'm just wondering to myself, I'm like, I wonder how he's able to integrate, because now, if you're gonna be saying this, I don't really care in terms of that aspect of his life, personal life. I don't care, but I'm saying in the sense of how does he integrate this into his music in terms of is this genuine? So I like the fact that he's, integrating verses where he's talking about his religion, because that shows the growth that you're going on as a person, and that you're being authentic in your music.
Yeah.
Because I can buy into that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I think that's one thing that I can say. Just from the first part, just obviously he's gonna say what he's gonna say. He's got his hot wife, he's got his kid, he's got, the money, he's got it, blessings are coming. I'm like, you talking my language, I got boot off, all these types of stuff, you get it. And you're just like, all right, he manifested. I like those verses. You can say that, okay, no, I appreciate that. And I'd say from that point of view, it was fresh, it was just more reflective. He's talking about, you can tell he's looking back at his career now, just in a little sense, just sitting back maybe on his rocking chair like Thanos, and he's just looking at, I've actually done, which he doesn't do a lot. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that a lot. He flexes, but he doesn't really sit down and just actually talk about his accolades. And I think,
but he did, bro. Every day I took so many losses just to finally talk with the bosses. We know, I think he's probably the most business savvy artist that we've had in our generation.
The most high profile. I'd say the most high profile in a sense.
Stretching my money like Mr. Fantastic. First to the 25th, I passed it. Like you mentioned, him adding that religious aspect into his bar, started talking to God. He said, blessings are coming. I'm like, now you're talking my language. Yeah, that was some boss talk. And him just going back, sort of reminding us that 2013, I did Gushesh, one of the biggest records of his career. Doc Chevelez in 2014. 2015, no competition, he dropped Refilwe.
Took 24 awards at the age of 24 with one album. When will you understand that you're weak compared to me?
Took 24 awards at the age of 24 with one album.
Crazy.
Which is crazy. Hottest MC, #1 for MTV Base. 2016, couldn't settle for less. He's lying, bro. He's lying. This was the time of the beef. I remember 2016 was the time of the beef.
With the beef, it's stretched so long, bro. The beef started the beef was 2015, 2014 actually. It kind of took moments. Sometimes it would be cool out. They took the picture in the pool, and then everything was fine, and then they got back and they're fighting again. So that beef was.
No, I'm saying 2016 is where everyone went into the booth and.
Wasn't it? But I think 2015. That's when they dropped their diss tracks. Wasn't that the peak of that beef? You reckon?
Was it 2015?
Yeah, that was 2015. I think 2016
we
were kind of out of it more so. I think Cassper was sort of now, he had reinvented himself. That's when he cut off the ponytail.
Yeah.
So he was in a different lane musically. He was trying to be different. He was in his Titumboeni, Shasha, Skazavalid, that little pocket where he was fit, where he was doing more for me when the
Nah, Cassper Nyovest, bro, this guy.
He's had errors, dog.
He's had errors and errors. And
so this is going into 2016, that 2016, 17, 18, that was when he was 2 down the island. The 5. Anyways, now I'm sorry.
Here we go to did more stadiums than Vuvuzelas. I mean, this guy
Because that was his like. Oh, that was also during the time of his fill-up era, where he was, even though some of them didn't go as great as others, but he still kept consistent. And, So I mean, no,
it was great content, bro, for me.
Yeah. Okay. So how good? Enough. How good? Yeah.
Great. I think 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
It had enough.
All right. I think I'm gonna agree with you in that sentiment. I think he wasn't saying anything revolutionary. He wasn't, but it was something that was crisp. It was nice. You kind of reflective a bit, just to kind of just remind my sons, which I've been in the game. Yeah. Give up on our box, okay. Optical illusion.
Yeah.
I'm not, but. Anyways, yeah.
Production. Kaiser Beats, I think, did this beat. Kaiser Beats. Yeah. And I think it was crisp, bro. He did his thing.
Yeah, he did your thing, bro. Just obviously, whenever you hear those haunting opera samples, like, you know that you're in for something very special, very, very crisp, very proper. And this is no exception. I think, in terms of the beat itself, was just you're bopping your head the entire time. It's very much just the type of what he did here needed this kind of a beat. So I think it complimented him 100%.
But what I must say is that the beat can be fire, but I feel like the engineering just takes your song to another level, which is what I got here, bro. Like I felt Casper's ad libs were moving around. I think the bass, or the way it hit. It wasn't clipping. I couldn't hear anything clipping on my headphones or on my speakers. I could play on any sound system, and also the way the elements just combined to make the song. I could feel the samples on its own. As the cover says, it's giving some haunting effect, like Guess Who's Back, Dracula or whatever, the werewolf coming back at night, and it gave that haunting and all that. Also, it was menacing.
Yeah,
I think that's something that nice word, the engineering did, and it took it to another level.
He had an idea of what he would like. The big bad wolf. He's back in town. Be careful. Be wary. And whatever that story he was trying to tell, you can feel that. It invokes that feeling when you hear it the first time. You're just like, oh, I'm sitting in front. You're moving in your chair. Just like it catches your attention. Yeah. And I think that one perfect. So I'd say from that regard, it did what it needed to do. So I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10.
I think it was good production, bro.
I think it was
7 out of 10.
7. Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, I have no qualms. I think it was proper.
Yeah. Replay value.
I think this is a song that you can definitely look back at. Even if this is just a one-time thing. What if he just jumps back to, it's fine. He can go back, but we can just have this just for the hip hop community, just to be like, oh. He actually went off on that one. Yeah. So I think for me, replay value, I would also say that's one it's gonna age pretty well.
It is gonna age pretty well. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I feel like this song has been receiving a bit too much hate, bro. We've been asking for Cassper to rap.
True.
He's rap.
Because people have been saying he's washed. That's why he doesn't rap. Yeah. People have already had this preconceived notion to say, man, he's lost the fire ever since Keenan died. He's just, he doesn't have that same need, which I don't feel is fair. And he even spoke about it on the Altito podcast, but people just will always just have their own notions. It doesn't matter what you say or whatever he does. And I think for us, people who genuinely appreciate his music, you can say that, okay, we can sit here and say, you know what, nah, you actually ate with this one. You actually did your thing here, bro. So,
I think this is great replay value.
Solid,
honestly. But I don't know if the drill sound fits Casper's catalog. That's why I feel like.
He's done so many of them. What do you mean, bro? I mean, like, good for that. I'm a Timoni, bro. He's been doing this. 0 and 8. He's been doing it. Was this part of my arrogance? Yeah. He's been on it. I think I disagree with that one. I think he has dabbled into it to a point where you can say that, okay, no, this is something that, if anything, I feel like this is one bag that he jumps into that he knows, I'm safe here. I know that I'm good at this. I can know that the same way that a rapper who can sing can also just jump into that, like a Reese, for example. Melodic. Like I can jump into my melodic bag if I need to. He can jump into this drill bag a lot better than a lot more of the high profile artists. I feel like it's a very complex. It needs you to have a certain cadence. It needs to be able to rap to a certain ability. I don't think an MT would be able to. It doesn't mean that he can't rap. this is a certain bag that probably he wouldn't be able to.
No, facts, I hear.
Yeah, so I think he did what he needed to do, and I think overall, I'm impressed. You are impressed.
It's a great song.
Great song.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hold it in high regard. I'd say cumulatively, I don't know what on average, but I'd say probably great.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
great,
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So I think that's fair. But please let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you thought of this offering. Do you think Casper's back? Is he? Why are you laughing now? Why are you laughing now?
We'll see.
You know, but yeah, let us know what you guys think. But yeah, please, just continue to interact with us, like, share, subscribe. Please put in the word, follow us on all of our socials down in the link. But yeah, from Mo and VJ, tune in music.
We're not laughing because I just had to clarify that. We're not laughing because we don't take Cassper serious. We're laughing because we know that he can rap, but he'll just go on, bro, and do something that's very different to what's hip hop right now. Yeah, signing off. More VJ. Stay tuned in. Danko.